Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is John Stuvey. I'm a manager of Automation Anywhere University. Today's Cram session is going to get you prepared to take the certification exam for either the Advanced RPA Professional or the Master RPA Professional. In order to get to the Master, you have to pass the Advanced, so we're going to focus on getting you ready for the Advanced. Towards that end, it's important to realize that if you're preparing to do something big, you want to prepare and practice for it. If I were going to run a marathon, I wouldn't go out and run 24 miles the next day. I would build myself up to that part. If I were going to take a final exam at a university, I would make sure I attend all the courses, all the labs, study, practice, talk with other people, and make sure I fully know the content that's there. Such it is with the certification exams. You want to prepare yourself to do that, and that's what this session is designed for. So let's get started. Your objective, should you choose to accept it, is to complete the Automation Anywhere Certified Advanced Professional. To do this, you want to pay attention to all the e-learning and learning trails we have prepared for that goal. You want to take notes while you're going through those exams and the e-learnings to make sure that you have put things into your own thoughts and your own language. Practice building bots in Community Edition. It's a free resource for you to be able to use our tool and engage with our tool so you can understand the process of building bots. You'll also want to engage in some background research. Look through the documentation portal site at docs.automationanywhere.com so you can familiarize yourself with the help sections of our tool. You can also read blogs and white papers on RPA, what is the RPA journey, on the Automation Anywhere website. Take the process seriously. While you do have a limited time to take a free exam, you should still prepare yourself prior to that day and understand the technicalities of that course. So those are the thoughts I want you to have as we're going through these slides. To be prepared for any of our certification exams, you need to know how to build bots. We focused this exam on the role of a bot builder or a bot developer. So you want to know how to build bots using the A2019 toolset. You should know as background about RPA and the RPA journey. Robotic Process Automation has lots of different articles out in the mainstream. We have a select group of white papers that you can read on the Automation Anywhere website. You should be able to describe new and advanced features of building bots in A2019. You can get that information by engaging with learning trails at Automation Anywhere University to understand new features, additional features, all the things it has to do with building bots. And finally, you need to be able to solve real-life business and automation challenges. You can do that by practicing at our Community Edition version of the software that gives you full access to the bot building tools of the product. So the next section is how can you engage with Automation Anywhere University towards the goal of achieving certification? So the first thing, you have to have an account at Automation Anywhere University, and it can't be easier. The first thing you go to is our website, https://university.automationanywhere.com, and it takes you to this screen. In the header of the screen, click on the Login Register button, and that'll take you to the login screen. If you do not have an account, please use the Create Account link there in the login screen to bring up the login registration page where we can capture your information, including your email address. If you're using this as part of your company or you're an employee of a company that uses Automation Anywhere, please use your company email address and fill out all the parts and sign up, and it'll send you an email to complete your registration. Make sure you find that email in the registration page so you can complete your registration process. Once you're in, if you visit the homepage for Automation Anywhere University, again, university.automationanywhere.com, we have three menus to work with. The training menu, which takes you to all the different places where you can see learning trails, individual courses, sign up for instructor-led classes, attend technical webinars, etc. In the certification page, we have links that takes you to the certification part, either the advanced or the master's, so you can sign up and enroll for that certification. We'll be going through that process later in this presentation. We also have links to community resources, which includes our A-People community and the developer portal, as well as blogs and video libraries from the Automation Anywhere website. Best way to interface with Automation Anywhere University is use our online courses and learning trails and attend webinars. All of our learning trails are set up in a way that combines multiple courses towards a single persona or a single role. So as a developer, we have courses such as Bot Developer Learning Trail, which includes all the courses that have to do with bot developer from a basic point of view, or an IQ bot developer. If you're coming at this as a business user and you're going to be defining processes that might be good for automation, the business analyst or the RPA program manager learning trails are very good for that. If you're into the higher technical resources, troubleshooting, infrastructure, we have learning trails for those as well. For product training, we have detailed courses on enterprise RPA, IQBot for all of our products, as well as integrating with using our tools to integrate with other platforms such as SAP, Citrix, Microsoft Office applications, and the like. We tier the training in different courses from beginner to advanced. And we also have a series of webinars available that are on demand. Anybody can attend and be able to attend the webinar and learn about new features as they come available. The key part for learning how to build bots, and this might be after taking the advanced certification, as you prepare to get ready for the master certification, it's highly recommended you take one of our 3-day mastering bots courses. These are targeted towards giving you hands-on experience with a qualified and experienced instructor with Automation Anywhere tools to build bots against use cases that we think are very important for you to learn. So you'll be learning how to use a bot to fill out a web-based form, use a bot to fill out Excel spreadsheets, and also migrate data between different types of data from XML to CSV files. A lot of good hands-on information. It gives you the opportunity also to ask questions from one of our expert instructors. These are global. They're available in many time zones, and you can look for them on the instructor-led training classes at Automation Anywhere University. Another good resource, especially for people that are on the higher technical end, is to use the Automation Anywhere RPA Developer Portal. There's full-on tutorials for creating bots or using packages and the proper use of existing packages. There's lots of blog posts for different problem-solving approaches and learning paths for new developers and citizen developers to get you started down the road. There's lots of good information here for bot builders. It's a good place to look and take tutorials to make sure you fully understand the process of building bots. A primary resource for you if you are outside of an opportunity, you don't have a bot developer license through your company, is to use Community Edition. Community Edition is free. It gives you a bot developer license and all access to all the features of the product that we test within the certification process. It gives you a platform to build your experience, save your bots, reference them later. And it is the recommended place for building bots for the master certification. It gives us access to be able to extract your bots and be able to grade your bots automatically. So do get an account for the Community Edition and use that to practice. All right, going to go a little bit more in depth. Again, our process here is to take you from not knowing maybe not much about the automation certification, the advanced certification process, and give you the steps of what we wanted to do. We just talked about how to engage with Automation Anywhere in the university and where they are. We're going to go a little bit deeper and talk about learning trails a little bit more, instructor-led classes a little bit more, and also our subscription program in case you want to engage with a full library of our automation tools. So these are the learning trails. This is a sample of the learning trails that we are available for. The ones with a blue title, so we have business analyst as a learning trail, bot developer as a learning trail, advanced RPA professional prep as a learning trail. Those 3 courses are very highly recommended for you to take, those 3 learning trails. Include all the courses that are the bullets underneath the titles. So when you take the business analyst learning trail, you'll be building your first bot, so you'll understand how the tool works. And then you'll analyze business cases and recommend an automation solution. So those are the next steps. The bot developer use case gives you a little bit more details, and the advanced RPA professional prep gives you the minimum probably learning trails you need to pass the test. The more you take, the more practice you get. And again, each one of these learning trails includes numerous courses that you want to make sure you take notes with and engage with and take the courses seriously. Don't just start the course and put it on your side screen. Actively engage with the course. For those with the orange headers, those use cases are not along the certification track, but they provide some extra information as you're building bots and building out your center of excellence within your organization. Those are recommended for those, but those are by subscription packages only, and we'll talk about subscription packages in a bit. Both the advanced and master certification can be achieved using only the free level courses. For open enrollment instructor-led training, these classes are included with a subscription. If they're not included with a subscription, there is a fee for each of the courses. They vary from 3 days to 4 days for the Mastering Bots courses. Sometimes we include IQBot Essentials in that. We have offerings both for A2019 and V11. And we also have some higher level courses, such as the Advanced Developer Solution Architect Workshop, where you can get information on higher level development processes, the best way to choose automations for, or to choose use cases or processes for automation. Lots of good information in that, and that's a 3-day course. So the attend page at Automation Anywhere University gives you access to these courses for you to sign up at your leisure. The subscription packages we have some interesting parts. The first part is it's very cost effective to sign up for a year-long subscription to Automation Anywhere University. The cost of a subscription is actually less than the cost it would take to attend one of our virtual instructor-led classes. And even more, once you have a subscription, you can attend as many instructor-led classes as you'd like to over the length of your subscription. By doing that, you unlock expert RPA instructions. That virtual instructor-led training is led by experts, people that have been working with this tool for a long, long time. And you can enroll with as many as you'd like and make sure you're gaining information from our expert instructors. You also gain access to that premium online content, those orange learning trail titles we talked about before. So you can get in-depth training on demand through an e-learning course for RPA Program Manager or technical support. All those courses become available to you with the subscription. With the subscription, also a chance to take the advanced certification and the master certification. The costs of those are included in the subscription. Outside of taking a subscription, the advanced certification is $50 and the master certification is $100. Prices may change. Frictionless learning. By engaging continually with Automation Anywhere, you build yourself and your product as an RPA professional much higher. So you can continue to learn from Automation Anywhere, not only the baseline things you'd need to pass the certification, but more advanced topics to engage with different infrastructure, different tools. How does RPA work with Microsoft? How does RPA work with SAP? How does our RPA work with Oracle? So all those different types of instructions are frictionless and available to you when you engage through the learning subscription. Okay, so now we've kind of gone through where the different parts are, the learning trails, instructor-led training, and the economic benefit of taking a subscription class. Now, what's the recommended paths? I'm focused on trying to get that advanced certification. What are the recommended paths that I want to do when engaging with Automation Anywhere University? So the first off, there's 2 different certifications, both for either A2019 or V11. The lower certification is called the Advanced Certification or the Advanced RPA Professional. This validates that you have taken all the learning trails that goes with building bots. It tests you at the bot developer or citizen developer level. We're not asking you, in A2019, we're not asking you any questions about how to manage a control room or manage user roles and responsibilities. Those are open in the V11 version of the training, but for A2019, we're focusing only on the types of questions and answers you'd be able to answer if you were a bot developer. We'll talk more about the specifics around the advanced in a bit. For the master certification, you have to have passed the advanced certification to be able to take the master certification. It also includes a multiple choice test at the bot creator level. So we're asking people questions about building bots in the master certification. Once you pass that exam, you'll be expected to build 3 bots. And it's really best here to build those 3 bots in Community Edition because we need to be able to automatically grade your submissions. And the easiest way to do that is to build them within Community Edition. There's a whole process of getting your bots in for submission for automatic grading that we can go over. So what is the certification process? I'm into the focus of getting that advanced certification. What do I need to do? The first thing is you need to procure the certification exam. There is a fee for it if you're not under a subscription. If you have a subscription, it's included in the package. And at the end of this course, we will be providing you with a coupon for a free Automation Anywhere Advanced Certification try by the end of the week. So you have to be kind of quick on that to be able to do that. Regardless of how you procure the certification exam, you need to study. You're not going to pass this exam by attending this course and going and trying to take the exam. You need to take the learning trail for advanced certification prep at a minimum. You need to spend some time building bots at a minimum. So pursue the prerequisites for that course fully and practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the better you will be at building bots and the better information you will have inside your brain and how it works as you get asked the questions in the certification exam. You get 2 chances to pass the exam at the advanced certification and at the master certification multiple choice level. You get 2 chances. So learn from your mistakes. If you take it once, make sure you take the time to study your weak points. By the time you finish with the first try of the exam, you'll have a better understanding of things that you might not understand. Go back and practice, go back and study, go back and read the documentation so you have the right answers in your brain. You do need to perfect 3 bots for the master certification. We allow 2 weeks for that effort. In my experience, it could be done in a long working day, but you'll probably want to spread it over several working days and make sure you test and test and test to make sure your bots are working correctly. And then when you're all done and you've gotten through all the work and you've been rewarded with a certificate, make sure you post that certificate out there so people know you know what you're talking about when it comes to Automation Anywhere products in RPA. So here are some of the free learning trails, and I would recommend all 4 of these to get ready for the exam. The first is getting started with RPA, very basic level, but it does give you that RPA journey and that RPA, what is RPA question, get answered in that learning trail. For the intermediate learning trail, the business analyst helps you understand what makes a good process to be automated. There are a lot of processes that are out there that require some human cognition in the process. And for those processes, they make a less good or less easy RPA use case. So as a business analyst, you'll be looking at the different processes that are out there, grading them for complexity as well as feasibility before passing them on to the bot developer. Bot Developer A2019 is intermediate, includes courses on how to work with Citrix and how to work with SAP, 2 very large integrations that we do. It also does things with how to build commands in Microsoft Excel, which is a large percentage of our use cases. Somebody touches Excel along the way. So that's another good learning trail to take. The advanced learning trail for the actual professional prep, certification prep course, and contains all the minimum requirements that you need to take for this class. Now, many of the courses included in these learning trails are replicated through these. So you only need to take them once. If you've taken it before, you won't have to take it again in a later learning trail. You'll be graded as completed in that learning trail. It doesn't hurt to take it again to review the content, but you only have to go through each course within these learning trails one at a time. Let's talk about multiple choice questions and how to answer them, because both these questions for the certified RPA professional or the master certification have to do with multiple choice questions. And as somebody that's taken multiple choice questions for getting ready for college, inside college, in the Navy, you have to look at multiple choice questions a little bit differently than you would a fill in the blank or an essay type question. The first thing is to read the question. And don't read into the question. It's real easy to read the question and then think of a lot of complexities from your experience that might seem to fit inside that question. Try to eliminate that type of thinking. When you read the question and you understand what the question is asking, look at the possible answers and know how many answers you need to select. So some questions ask for a single answer and some questions ask for multiple answers. Make sure you choose the correct number. If it's asking for two and you only choose one, you will get that question wrong. There's no partial credit. So look at the possible answers and then choose the best answer or answers for that question. If you don't know the answer, take some time. There's in the case of the advanced certification, it's a 2-hour test and you've got 60 questions. If you do the math, that's 2 minutes per question. Some questions you'll be able to answer easily without ticking through that full 2 questions. For the tough ones, take some time to think about it. Also take some time to write down, that's one of your weak points, especially when in the first pass through the exam. You might just sketch out that question on your notepad so you can go back and review and study that if in the possibility that you don't pass that first time. You do get 2 attempts, so if you fail the first time, don't worry about it. You got time to study for the second one, and you've had a full exposure to many of the questions in the question bank, and you'll be able to make better choices the second time around. Again, the advanced certification is targeted towards a bot developer, not a control room administrator, not a full-on knowledge of the product, but a bot developer at a high citizen developer level. So not even a professional developer, but somebody that uses this in business to solve business use cases. That's the point of the advanced certification exam. For the master RPA professional exam, this is a little bit different. For 50 questions, you get 1 hour and 40 minutes to answer 50 questions. So again, lots of time for each question. You need to pass that exam before you are added to the online course or building the use cases for this question. Once you pass the exam, you have 2 weeks to complete your bot building use cases, and you'll be provided 3 use cases that you can read and look at and study and begin building. Again, to do this, you need to achieve the advanced RPA professional certification. You should be building lots of bots. All the use cases from the learning trails you should attempt and try and perfect. Any additional parts that you want to practice can be done. Use cases from taking the instructor-led training are helpful in this process. And again, you have 3 bots to build within 2 weeks after you pass the multiple choice exam. Some pointers here: make sure you use Community Edition or a cloud-based control room to build. We need to be able to access your bot's logic, and to do that, we need to be able to access the control room via the cloud. There is a specific website we have built and we control, and we don't save any information from this, but it outputs a text-based version of your bot called the Bot Exporter website. It's very important, the files that you retrieve from this Bot Exporter website, that you do not modify them before they're submitted. The file names that get sent out are the proper file names for your bots, so all you need to do is copy them into the zip file. It's very important for the master certification that you read all of the instructions and read all of the use cases. There's a lot of things to read and check and approve that you've signed, so make sure you take time to read everything and not just click through without reading. Make sure when you're building your bots that they run and create the correct output files. Say that 3 times quickly. So ensure your bots run and then create the correct output files. Your bot is going to be creating those output files. Do not try to manually do that. We can detect that. Use your own work. Do not submit files that have been changed or modified outside your bot. Do not accept help from a partner in the form of, oh, here's my bot. Reject that. Build this on your own. It's very important that you present your work for the certification. We have ways of determining if it's not your work. So don't take the chance. Do the work. You'll be the certification will mean much more to you if you do the work instead of trying to produce other people's work for your certification.